Hey guys, welcome back to Film Truth. Today we'll show you Dr. Pimple Popper's largest visual cysts. Let's head into it. Number 5. Popping the biggest blackhead with a tool.
Okay, you feeling anything, Daz?
Pressure, right?
No
Pressure
pain?
against you.
No. Good. Yes.
When Sandra Lee, MD, aka Dr. Pimple Popper, a dermatologist, says she's excited about a pop, you know you're going to drop everything and grab your phone. That's exactly how she describes one truly epic blackhead and her latest Instagram video that appears on a man's forehead. Dr. Pimple Popper is all over the blackhead, which is truly gigantic and possibly the largest blackhead I've ever seen. She explains in the caption, "I was so excited to use this giant comedone extractor. Do you remember this video? Hashtag Dr. Pimple Popper, hashtag DPOW, hashtag MCM. Dr. Pimple Popper pulls out an oversized comedone extractor instrument without further ado to match the formidable enemy. For Monday, it's her man crush, and the derm is certainly crushing this blackhead. She presses the clogged pore and a massive pile of mush comes out of it. Outside of the surely massive hole left behind, it emerges slowly and blooms into a full blob. One fan recognized the oversized tool and commented, "I have an old bike wrench that looks just like that." Another compared it to a common kitchen tool and wrote, "This reminds me of a bottle opener, lol." Fans remember the giant pop, oh so affectionately. One wrote, "Unforgettable." Another added, "Amazingly disgusting," but in a good way. Dr. Pimple Popper. She has a way with pops, and her fans have a way with words. Number 4. The Peekaboo Earlobe Cyst. This Friday, dermatologist Sandra Lee, MD, aka Dr. Pimple Popper, is cruising right on through. It doesn't mean she lacks on her also satisfying pops at the end of the work week though. Every day of the week, her fans can count on all the excellent pimples, and she has already delivered cysts and mystery horn bumps. Dr. Pimple Popper has a bone to pick in this awesome Instagram video. She wrote in the caption, "Excuse me? What's with the body and hiding things behind the ear? I mean, I love the surprise. Just wondering. Hashtag Dr. Pimple Popper, hashtag dermatology." With her tools blazing, Dr. Pimple Popper goes in. To trim around the little white blob inside the earlobe, she uses her scissors. One fan watched and listened closely, adding, "It really does say peekaboo." Throughout the whole video, Dr. Pimple Popper's fingers were busy, but there was absolutely no squeezing. Again and again, she snipped until the whole cyst was free. Dr. Pimple Popper also put out a question for all her fans. What's something about the body that surprises you? Her question was answered by fans and much more was added. One commented, "My grandma always said to keep it clean back there or you'll grow potatoes. But if you do grow some potatoes, Dr. Pimple Popper is here to clean them all out." Number 3. The bruised, inflamed back cyst. One of the common questions that people send to dermatologist Sandra Lee, aka Dr. Pimple Popper, is, does that hurt? It is difficult to believe that some of the massive pimples and surgical extractions do not cause pain. The dermatologist is very sensitive to it and to the comfort of her patients. Throughout her procedures, she constantly asks if they're okay, and it's really sweet. But some patients do come in with a throbbing bump, and that's the case with one very special TikTok pimple pop. Dr. Pimple Popper admits these giant pimples do hurt. In the caption, "Inflamed cysts are painful. They can become abscesses." And then some of you are just abscessed. Here's what to do. Hashtag Dr. Pimple Popper. She has a way with words and with pimples popping. What happened to make this bump look so angry is explained by Sandra Lee. She writes, "A cyst can become inflamed if the sac wall ruptures under the skin, most likely from trauma." If you're more of an Instagram fan, Dr. Pimple Popper also shared a video there. It imports this content from TikTok. You may be able to find the same content on their website in another format, or you may be able to find more information elsewhere. So she pokes a hole into the middle of the cyst and releases everything stuffed inside, slowly but surely. Dr. Pimple Popper gets a thick noodle of gunk out first, followed by some oozing liquid. The pressure is off at last. Dr. Pimple Popper was right about this pop reaction. Her fans were obsessed, or abscessed, instantly. "I'm obsessed with this vid." Another fan wrote, "I can watch 100 videos of this type of cyst." Well, I think Dr. Pimple Popper can arrange that. Number 2. The cyst that was way bigger than it looked.
I'm here, make sure I'm not hurting you at all, okay?
Dermatologist Sandra Lee, MD, aka Dr. Pimple Popper, on Reg makes some great, bold claims. She's popping huge, mysterious pimples on her Instagram account every day, so the doc has plenty of evidence to back it all up. Dr. Pimple Popper took on a cyst in a rather recent Instagram video that was quite deceiving. One look at it can be taken by the dermatologist and her Popperholic fans and know what's really about to emerge. Dr. Pimple Popper gave a clear hint in the caption, "Proof cysts are often bigger than they look. Sometimes you just never know how much is under there. Hashtag Dr. Pimple Popper, hashtag cyst, hashtag squeeze." Then she got on with the extraction process. With Dr. Pimple Popper slicing into the cyst, the video begins. Before she begins to squeeze though, she cuts away a chunk of skin. Then, around the opening, she arranges her fingers carefully and presses down. More gunk streams out of the cyst every time she moves her fingers. Fans described watching the cyst as a gift. Man, that one was the epitome of the gift that keeps on giving. Another fan offered a suggestion. "Sometimes I wish you would just keep squeezing without wiping away, just to see how much yuck was in there." One fan described the extraction in 2 words: crime scene. It really was, but so satisfying to watch. Number 1, the water-filled hydrocystoma.
I think we got a report back, right? It was hydrocystoma, if I remember.
Normally, I'm fascinated with videos from Dr. Pimple Popper, but this one actually made me gasp out loud. Dermatologist Sandra Lee, MD, shares something I've literally never heard of before in this Instagram video, and I'm watching a bunch of Dr. Pimple Popper videos. Hydrocystoma. You're probably wondering, what the heck is that? Now, I'm glad you asked, but I'm gonna let Dr. Pimple Popper explain it. In her video's caption, she says, "How about a double dose of hydrocystomas? These hashtag cysts are usually filled with water." Yep, that's what you heard right. Filled with water. A hydrocystoma is a benign cystic tumor that's derived from either the eccrine or apocrine sweat gland, according to the American Osteopathic College of Dermatology. Anyway, back to the Dr. Pimple Popper video. The doctor can be seen slicing into one of the hydrocystomas and pinching it with 2 of her fingers. Then, light pink and clear liquid comes oozing out, sort of like when a blister pops and drains. To be totally clear, it's probably one of the least gross videos Dr. Pimple Popper has done, but arguably one of the most fascinating. And I'm gonna say this again, water-filled cysts. But if you're craving something a bit more gnarly, yesterday Dr. Pimple Popper shared another video of a cyst that kept on giving. Seriously, every time you think the cyst is finished producing ricotta cheese-like innards, it just generates more. You're welcome for that visual, by the way. What do you think about these extremely large visual cysts on Dr. Pimple Popper? Which one grossed you out the most? Let us know in the comments section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.